Have you ever stumbled upon a secret so dark it chilled you to the bone? What if you discovered a book that whispered those secrets, not just of others, but of your own soul? Imagine the terror as it slowly drove you mad. Today we dive into the chilling tale of Eli Carter, a young man whose thirst for knowledge led him to uncover the thin line between wisdom and insanity. Our story begins in the hallowed halls of Arcadia University, where Eli Carter, a brilliant computer science student, leads a life of routine and focus. A dedicated student, his days consist of attending lectures, hitting the books in the library, and indulging in the occasional video game. That is until a fateful afternoon when curiosity gets the better of him. One rainy afternoon, seeking refuge from the downpour, Eli finds himself drawn to the abandoned wing of the campus library. The air is thick with the smell of old books, and the eerie silence is broken only by the rhythmic drumming of rain on the glass panes. As he navigates the labyrinthine stacks, his eyes fall on a locked drawer, tucked away behind some ancient Driven by an insatiable curiosity, he manages to find the key and opens it, revealing a black leather-bound book. Intrigued, Eli pulls it out. There's no title, no author, nothing except for a single line scrawled in crimson ink on the inside cover. Those who seek the truth must bear its burden. The words send a shiver down his spine, but his curiosity is piqued. He opens the book. On the first page is a list of names. Some of them ring a bell: colleagues, fellow students, even a few professors. But what truly captures Eli's attention are the disturbing notes beside each name. Steals research ideas from students. It says about one professor, accepts bribes for grades. Another, harasses students, turns a blind eye to evidence. Eli is horrified. How could anyone, especially someone he trusted, be capable of such things? But it gets worse. The days pass and more names appear in the book. Eli becomes a shadow of his former self, haunted by insomnia and the ghostly apparitions that seem to lurk around his college. Unable to shake off the feeling that he's being watched, Eli spends his nights poring over old books and dusty scrolls in the library, desperately trying to find answers. He wants to understand the nature of this book, its origins, its powers. His quest leads him to ancient texts that speak of beings that lived in the shadows, entities that reveled in secrets and whispered truths to those who sought them out. But it's when he least expects it that he hears a voice in the dark, a voice that sends shivers down his spine. I am Nyx, the embodiment of the night, and you are the Watcher, chosen to wield my power. Overwhelmed, Eli tries to make sense of these cryptic words. Who is Nyx? Why has she chosen him? And what does it mean to be the Watcher? Meanwhile, the book continues to grow heavier, not physically, but in the burden of knowledge that it represents. Eli can feel its icy touch against his skin, and the air around it seems to grow colder by the day. As he grapples with these unsettling developments, he notices changes in those around him. The targets of his revelations face consequences. One professor is suspended after damning evidence surfaces. A student is expelled. Another simply vanishes from campus, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions. All this happens without Eli directly exposing anyone. The book seems to have a will of its own, exposing the truth at its own discretion. Driven by a mix of fear and determination, Eli seeks out Nyx, hoping for answers or perhaps guidance. But his search only deepens the mystery. He uncovers fragments of a past, glimpses of a powerful entity bound to the book, waiting for its time to unfold. Realizing that he's in over his head, Eli considers destroying the book. But how do you destroy something that seems to be part of something bigger than itself? As the story progresses, the stakes rise. Eli learns that he's not the only one wielding a ledger, a similar book with the same chilling implications. The other ledger is in the hands of a psychology major named Riley Morgan in Boston. Unlike Eli, whose ledger seems to target wrongdoers, Riley's ledger preys on the weaknesses of ordinary people, exploiting their shame, fear, and trauma. It becomes a game of cat and mouse, a dangerous dance between exposing the darkness in others and protecting oneself from it. Terrified by the prospect of Riley using his ledger against him, Eli decides to strike first. He writes her name in the book, hoping to expose her darkest secrets and prevent her from targeting him. But his plan backfires spectacularly. The next day, Riley releases a chilling video confessing to horrific acts that shock and disturb the entire campus community. Vanquished, Riley disappears, leaving her followers confused and terrified. Yet Nyx is far from pleased. You broke the rules, she hisses at Eli. her voice echoing in his nightmares. The ledger reveals secrets, not hearts. You are not a judge, merely a vessel. As punishment, she adds Eli's own name to the growing list in the book. Eli Carter, obsessed with justice, blind to consequence. The weight of the book seems to increase, pressing down on him, suffocating him with its icy grip. Desperation sets in. Eli realizes the gravity of his actions. He tried to use the book to fight darkness, only to become part of it, seeking to undo the damage. He tries to tear the page bearing his name, but it reappears mockingly. Trapped and tormented, Eli's sanity begins to slip. The voices in his head grow louder, the shadows more menacing. He becomes a recluse, haunted by the whispers of Nyx and the burden of the ledger. Some say that Eli ultimately succumbed to the darkness, consumed by the very secrets he sought to unveil. Others whisper that he merged with the ledger, becoming one with the shadows and the book forever. What happened to Eli serves as a chilling reminder of the power of the ledger, so let this tale serve as a warning to you, dear listeners. Should you ever stumble upon a black notebook with cold, lifeless pages and no title, be wary of what you choose to read, for it may hold secrets not just of others, but of your deepest fears and darkest desires, and once unleashed, they might be impossible to contain. Have you ever experienced the torment of a secret eating away at your soul? Do you believe in the power of books to shape our destinies? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let us know if this story made you question the boundaries between light and darkness, truth and lies. We would love to hear your perspective. And if you enjoyed this tale, please don't forget to show your support. Your likes and shares help us continue weaving these captivating stories. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the shadows. Stay tuned for more tales that blur the line between reality and nightmare. Until next time, may your nights be peaceful and your secrets safe.